Where do you want? Ladies and gentlemen,
in this fight, winner Anatoly Shukin, Russia.
ladies and gentlemen, we are having multiple fights in
Anatoly
Paris.
Shukin, Russia. Next fight, number 4. Ellie Steinberg, Canada. Thomas Matt, USA.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have multiple fights. We have the 5th category happening, and on the ring we will have the light and the main events. Are you ready to watch some fighting? It's time! For the third fight of today, under 80 kilograms, fighting out of the white corner, we have Ben Garbiev Khaled from Canada.
Mama put my gun to the ground.
Russia, we have Kuznetsov Maxim. This is the under 80 kilograms quarterfinal in light chess boxing. Judges to the tables, please.
This fight, winner, Alexander, Canada. In white, fight number 5, Riccione, Russia, Valentina, India.
Boxing judges to the tables, please. Boxing judges to the tables, please.
Riccione, Russia, Black corner, Valentina, India.
You can sit this jab and we can start without, we have to do. We can start. Okay. Okay, time. You ready? Box. Bouge à gauche. Ça contrôle la main, contrôle sa main. Utilise ton jab, main droite quand il rentre. C'est ça, vas-y. C'est ça, volume, volume. C'est ça, mets-y la pression, c'est ça, c'est ça. Continue comme ça, très bien. C'est ça, très bien, très bien. C'est parfait, Khalid, c'est parfait. C'est ça. Boum. Volume, volume, volume. C'est ça, vitesse, vitesse. Ça, touche, 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 touche. Bien, bien. Belle combinaison, c'est ça. C'est ça, recule pas, continue, continue, exactement. Très bien, mets-y de la pression, Khaled, mets-y de la pression. Vas-y, c'est ça. Time, stop. C'est ça, mets-y de la pression, Khaled. Ok, time. Vas-y, avance, avance. 10 secondes, Khaled. Vas-y, tout de suite, tout de suite, tout de suite. Yeah.
And this boxing round is a draw between the two fighters.
Riccione, white corner, Valentina, black corner. Next fight, number 7. Angola, Moncha, India, Edgar Price, Latvia. Next fight, number 7. Angola, Moncha, India, Edgar Price, Latvia.
So you're going from phone, or you? Okay, time. Box. Léger, speed, vitesse, vitesse.
On time, ladies and gentlemen, we got the first boxing round between our Canadian and our Russian competitors. We did get a look at this Russian competitor yesterday in Chessboxing Light. That is Maxim Kuznetsov.
Kuznetsov.
Yeah, Carl, living in Serbia, having some Russian friends, has much better Russian pronunciation than I.
Kuznetsov.
And he's up against Ben Khaled from Canada. Nice to see our North American brothers joining the tournament this year, and Canada finally being represented in chess boxing.
I had a great little chat with Khaled this morning in the breakfast area. That's why I was late at the AGM, actually. A very friendly guy. And actually, he from his own admittance, he has no amateur experience, just basically leisure and pleasure, and but he seems to be outboxing the boxers.
Yeah, and pretty solid lead hook there. He set it up, and there's another one. It looks like he favors his lead hook. That was a great timing. As the Russian opponent jumped in, there's a check hook waiting for him. And this is a chess boxing light matchup, so this is the second boxing round between these two fighters. These are 90-second rounds. That's why it went by so quick. There's the bell already. The gloves are going to come off, helmet is going to come off, and they're back to the chessboard. I actually haven't gotten a peek at the chess position yet, but I know both these players are very good at chess. The Russian competitor is around a 2,000
around
elo,
2,000, yeah.
And I think Ben is around the same.
Indeed. I'm not too sure about. It's Khaled. His first name is Khaled.
Khaled. Yeah, I wonder what Ben is doing on my sheet then.
Yeah. No, it's just that's his family name. Boom, boom. Yeah.
So Khalid and the rest of the Canadians seem to favor chess a little bit more than their boxing, but all very strong chess players. And I was speaking to the Muay Thai fighter from yesterday's Chessboxing Light. Ben. And Ben has been helping with their striking, and said that they've come a long way once they found out about the World Championship and wanted to train for it. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I was
what do you think of this position?
Oh, so the position. Now let's get into this. What do we have here? If we count the pieces. Oh, hang on. Something kind. Okay, so he's. It was an exchange of bishops on e5. Okay. And we have equal material. No, black is a pawn up, but we could say that white knight on d4 seems to be kind of blockading. It's not really the case because he's just moved the queen away. Now the pawn's going to... Exactly.
That does weaken the d-pawn.
It does. It does.
Could kind of team up on that guy.
We are kind of making at first, superficial assumptions because that is the first thing that does go through your mind. You have to analyze those before you can get to the deeper stuff.
Yes. We do see some pressure on the black king, though, so maybe in compensation for
I like that last move. I like that last move, like saying, okay, maybe I'm not castle, maybe this is not a typical thing, but my king is actually safe on e2 as far as we can tell. Let's just move everything to the king side. Let's just aim at that king.
And the queen coming back to the 8th rank, relieving some of the pressure on that light square bishop, because we had both the knight and the queen attacking that bishop on f3.
Yep. There was one way that he could have gone forward. He could have played knight takes f3, knight takes, and then pushed the pawn, sacrificed that pawn to open up the bishop. The problem of black's position is that bishop on b7 is kind of stuck behind this wall of his own pawns. Right. And if he just sacrificed the one that he has extra, maybe the gained activity would have...
Good gambit here. So if the queen had taken this pawn, it would have been a check. Oh,
this is more serious.
Big blunder there, giving up the queen.
So actually, Ben is really more than holding his own in this, and now he's attacking the knight, and now g6 is going to fall too. Oh no, it's not. No, it's not. Knight a3 is solid.
Up a full queen.
But yeah, I mean, material-wise. Very hard to argue. You could almost sacrifice that queen back onto the knight and still be up.
Yeah, which not recommended.
Not recommended. I mean, depends on your time because if you have to look for a win, I've been debating about this. Like looking for wins actually does take time. If you're up on the clock and you still have a winning position, why not simplify, even if it does seem a little extreme?
It's true. We do have an opening on the A file. The queen sneaking in might be scooping up some pawns here.
That's a very good move. That's very well
Sacrificing the rook. Probably on chess.com that would be a double exclamation point.
I'm guessing...
We love rook sacrifices, and especially when it trades off material and furthers the advantage for white.
And that's over. That's done. Okay. So actually, Khaled
did... The bell rung before... No?
No, he's won. Yeah, it's checkmate. No, but Khaled did tell me that he's very keen on chess and he's been playing since a kid, but he didn't actually go into further detail. He wasn't bragging about his level. He didn't tell me I'm 2,000 or 2,400. He didn't say anything.
Those are the most dangerous.
Yeah. Exactly. The quiet ones,
huh? The humble giants. So big congratulations to the Canadian fighter.
Originally from Tunisia, before moving out there. Congratulations to him. Maxime does seem slightly disappointed. He did give the queen up at some point a little bit for nothing. I was quite surprised by that because his general level doesn't suggest that he would be subjected to such swings.
That's right, and that was a quarterfinal match. So Ben advances to the semifinals in the under 80 kilogram division. Russian fighter making his walk out. Big pop from the crowd for Russia as Mikhail makes his way to the ring for this chess boxing light match. And in the black corner, Julio Sanfelici from Italy, rocking the Italian uniform there, the proud blue, and the very animated Italian coach we know and love, wrapping up his fighter, getting the gloves on.
Francesco.
Getting ready.
Is that maybe one of the reasons that France has red? Maybe it's just because Italy, it is the host nation, and they just don't want to step on their...
Could be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it could be. That makes sense.
But Guillaume did actually tell me that he is a Liverpool fan.
Did he now?
He
Okay.
did.
That's right, yeah. Liverpool does bleed red.
Mm-hmm. The Red Devils.
The Red Devils. All right. For those new to Chessboxing Light, we have a 90-second boxing round to start off. This is with increased protective gear. You see the crossbar on the helmet there. You have 16-ounce gloves instead of 12-ounce gloves. This makes it just a little more forgiving when punches are landed. Fighters are also instructed to throw punches for points, not for power. Refs will even step in to give a signal to decrease power if a fighter is getting a little bit too carried away with the aggression and with the punches. So
rather than give the count, stop the guy and tell him, hey, calm down, buddy.
That's right. And so we have 90 seconds, so punches for points. Whoever gets more points in this round wins a boxing round. Then they go to chess. They'll play 4 minutes of speed chess. And assuming no one is checkmated, they'll come back to boxing for another point match. After that, they'll go back to chess. And if the chess match doesn't finish, then it's actually decided on whoever won more boxing rounds. So if boxing rounds are tied, then it goes to the chess game. And if one person wins the boxing match, one person wins the chess game, then it goes to tiebreaker because we're in a tournament format. So instead of it being a draw, then they'll either have one more boxing or chess round decided by the pick of a pawn, and that will determine the outcome of the match.
So is this the tournament
jabbering
format?
away? We're already 30 seconds into this round.
Mm-hmm. I think it's pretty evenly matched. They're definitely playing within the rules. They're playing touch. There's no pure aggression. They're really trying to play the technical game and going up and down to the body. A lot of head movement. There's no stress.
Good score to the body there. Quick jab from the Russian. Going in with a high guard, leaving his body open. Italian doesn't quite see it. But Russian scoring some more jabs.
He's starting to have this little dirty habit of leaning back, the Russian does, just as if trying to showboat a little bit, but that could lead to trouble. I mean,
especially with these helmets, it's hard to gauge distance control with the crossbar because you basically have an extra inch of hitbox.
Sometimes it is the problem that when the sparring isn't totally honest and the punches aren't hitting all that hard, that you do get these bad habits because you can get away with them.
That's right, yeah. And, this is for fun. Maybe they aren't using their best technique for this. They're playing with each other, maybe trying to showboat a bit because of the light format. But the first... Sounds like the Italian fighter won, being the more active puncher early in the round. So it looks like that got him the decision. So now the protective gear is off. They're on their way to start their chess game. Reminder, this is a 4-minute chess round, and each fighter has 4.5 minutes on their clock.
I really like with this new format that often you have one player who's already at the board. The other fighter hasn't even exited the ring yet. It's like, I'm back, I'm up for it. Let's start this. Let's get this on.
Usually the board is in the ring. This is a new setup being innovated on by the Italians where they exit the ring, go onto the stage, and I really like the stage setup. It's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool, and as I said to Peter the other day, if you can't walk across, to the stage, you shouldn't be boxing. So, in a sense, it's a bit like walking on that line. It's
tripping on a stair. So might need a second guess going back to the ring. So we do have a very interesting opening here. Mikhail coming out with the b-pawn first, and then Fianchettoing his dark square bishop. And then a very standard opening from...
Yes, it is, but he could have just snatched that pawn off on e5. Mm-hmm. 92. Okay, well, he definitely doesn't want to take the pawn on e5. He's making a stance. It's maybe an artistic thing against hurting his opponent too much in the chess either.
And taking with development. White ahead on development and space right now.
Black has castled. White still needs to castle, but if I was him, I would just grab that pawn with the pawn, and now it's actually a fork.
Yeah, really strong move, D to E5.
He definitely should take a few seconds to see that one, and
he doesn't do it.
He doesn't do it.
And now the opportunity is lost.
Okay, it's still kind of there in the background. Oh, okay, well, he didn't need to. He didn't need to, and now knight takes knight will disrupt the structure on the king side. It's not so much to get the attack on the king. It's much more at this point just to exchange pieces because you're a piece up. So you're going to be able to take the knight, exchange the queens, move your king. You don't even have to move it to f1. You can move it to the center of the board because you're just going to liquidate the rooks on the e-file and then pick up that pawn again. That's the one that's lost, and the bishops are going to play. I mean, this is just a field day.
That's right.
Oh, well, no, it's okay. The bishop is, but it's just not the optimizing move, and the optimizing move was kind of an easy one to see.
Easy for us to see from this comfy chair ringside, and after a boxing round and heart rate up can be a little bit more difficult. But he does not take back the pawn on d4, and now it's protected adequately.
Okay, I think you should just bring that other rook to d1. Just seems extremely... he's aiming at the king. He could just move his queen up to align with the bishop and just look towards h7, the square diagonal to the black king.
Furthering the pressure on that d4 pawn, but also threatening checkmate.
The knight moving to the... milling to the defense, I wanted to say, almost.
Opting to remove a defender, but really... kind of adding a defender with the pawn retaking.
Queen takes now. Okay, this is fairly obviously better for white.
So white with a slight advantage in the chess game, but we are moving to our second boxing match, boxing round rather. So we'll come back to a position on the chessboard with a slight advantage to white, and we'll see if Russia is able to equalize in the boxing, which will force it to come down to whatever the outcome is in the chess match.
So Russia won the first round, and he's also up on chess. So I'm guessing he's not going to be losing that chess match. He's at least going to be not finishing it. So I'm guessing he's a big favorite at this point.
That's right, and nice to see our friend Daniil, the Russian, in the corner.
He's the best
for the Russian. Such a long-standing chess boxing fighter from Russia, two-time world champion, and working the corner of his teammate before getting into the ring himself later tonight in a amazing finals matchup against Jules from France. Can't wait for that matchup.
I can't either.
All right, the Italian fighter is also good to go, getting his last instruction from his coach. And the Latvian referee is signaling the fighters to the corner. Seconds out. There's the bell. We have 90 seconds. And here we go. Russian fighter opting to leave his lead hand down and lands a nice little up jab as the first point landed in this round.
Lots of pendulum stepping.
Good three-punch combination lands for, two of those punches land for Russia, but two jabs have landed for Italy in the same amount of time. Interesting little lead hook. Cross lands on the chin. If you do hear the background noise, the other microphone, we do have a Chessboxing Fit competition going on at the same time on our side stage. Very interesting format as well, which we'll talk about in between rounds. But back to the last part of this round, two good body punches landed to the Italian fighter, for the Italian fighter.
I've never been a fan of these, these wide guards. It goes against the principles. You know, I'm a very principled chess player, so when I bring that to boxing, and I see people do something that is completely outside of the rule box, I'm very skeptical at first. You know, I'm skeptical, aren't you?
Skeptical guy. And there's the bell. Pretty even boxing match. I do think the Russian gave forth more effort in this boxing round. He may have edged it out, but yeah, I do think that the cleaner, better punches, maybe to your point, with the unconventional stance and kind of not joking around, but more laissez-faire kind of movement from the Russian. I do think the Italian may have gotten both boxing rounds.
Excuse me, judges mistake.
Oh, of course.
There it is. Okay, Russia equalizes the boxing rounds, which means this will come down to the chessboard. And back on the chessboard, White, the Russian, the White Russian.
The white Russian, yes. Maybe he has aristocratic descent.
Or a favorite drink.
Oh.
But he has the advantage on the chessboard nonetheless. And the last move being queen to e5, retaking the pawn. Interesting, offering a trade of queens.
Yeah, that would not have been my first choice at this point. The king is just way too open, and the bishop pair is just so formidable.
Yeah, I think
as
h5 looked good there.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. Just keeping it on, even if there isn't anything. You don't have to see the win. You just have to kind of feel
and put some pressure on. Yeah.
Definitely. Now he's lining up those bishops. That rook d8 would have kind of at least asked a question. It probably gets a pretty rapid answer with rook e4 defending that d4 bishop. But
if I'm black, I don't want to be trading off though. So I think
rook d8 to line up the bishops. That's what I meant.
That's true.
But it doesn't actually work. It doesn't actually work. So, but on a misunderstanding, who knows?
Scooping up a free pawn and further opening up the king. We should look for the a1 rook to come into play here soon. Maybe moving to e1.
I would just push that king, the pawn in front of the king. I'll just push it from 2 squares and then another square, and I'll just do it that way because no, there must be some kind of mistake here.
He's really just trading a rook for a
no,
bishop
no,
there.
he's not. It's he just gave.
Well,
okay, but
yeah,
I mean,
mean,
something was lost somewhere around down those lines.
Yeah.
But okay, I mean, this is a resignable position, and I don't think that they're. But maybe if he doesn't finish in time, is that? Oh no,
the bell's for Chessboxing Fit.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have plenty of time left here.
How long do we have here? What other rounds is it?
4-minute rounds.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't see the starting time, but the timer starts with 4.5 minutes on each clock. So
there was
minute and a half. We have another minute here, which I do think he can finish this in a minute.
Well, I would hope so.
Yeah. He seems to be taking his time here.
Well, he's bringing his king up. I mean, he knows his way, and sometimes the fastest route to somewhere is the one you know.
Well, I think he might just be doing a rook checkmate. Lining up the king with the rook.
I'm pretty much sure.
The king with king.
And he could have done it. He didn't need to wait. He could have just gone there. But he wants to wait a little longer. The pleasure last the pleasure.
I guess so. He just keeps walking him down. I don't understand.
Well, he better not do it too much because.
What is happening?
I do not know.
Is he playing with him?
Cat and mouse. Oh, there you go.
Oh, there's the mate. Okay. All right. Russia takes that victory. Maybe a little superfluous in how many moves it took to get it done, but he gets it done nonetheless. And will advance in this quarterfinal match in the under 90 category. Mikhail from Russia advancing over Julio from Italy.
And the winner from checkmate, Riccione. Under 60 kilogram women light chessboxing. Fighting on the black corner, we have Sanjay from India.
We do have an Indian fighter on his way to the ring.
Black corner from Russia, we have
So Dilara will be up against Sanjay. Dilara from Russia in the black corner, and Sanjay from India in the white corner. And this is a under 60 female matchup. We'd love to see more women entering the chess boxing world. I'm very excited for this semifinal matchup in the under 60 category.
How old are these young girls? How old are they? Are they under 18?
I'm not sure. This does look like an adult division. So
if it's an adult division, okay, that's fine.
18.
No. Yeah, no, because we were debating, about the headgear for you youngsters.
And we do see headgear making its way to the ring. This is a chess boxing light fight.
Anyway.
So they'll be wearing it regardless. I do still think it's a adult matchup, but
they just look so young. That's just me getting old.
We are getting old. The old guard from chess boxing. We can still put on a show, though, right?
I guess. What you
we'll
reckon?
Find out.
Yeah. You reckon we should? How could we make that work?
I don't know. We might. Maybe we talk to someone about it.
You reckon? It is an idea.
I'm itching to get in there, though. I don't know about you.
I'm pretty sure I would win, right? I would win.
Well, you're the GOAT. I mean, I'd expect you to win.
No, but like points on boxing, wouldn't that be a draw? Don't you reckon?
You think I can get you in boxing?
Well, on points at least.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you wouldn't knock me out.
Okay. Well, I can't knock you out. I think I'd be disqualified if I knocked you out.
No, definitely. No, but I mean, like that would be my strategy in a real chess boxing fight. I would beat you at the chess and you'd beat me at the boxing, but you wouldn't knock me out because I got a good chin.
Defense.
There you go.
The tortoise.
And the tortoise. You can't do anything against the tortoise.
No. Impenetrable shell. No. I mean, there's only one way to find out.
I guess that, one way forward.
Okay, so we are just a few seconds out. The referee is signaling for the gloves to touch, and we will get this under 60 kilogram chess boxing light match underway. And we do have about 5 more chess boxing light matchups until we get to the main event. But once we get to the main event, it is all semifinal and final matches for the World Championship. How lucky are we?
Indeed. So, okay. So Sanjay, yes, we used to seeing Sanjay now. I've seen her a few times fight, and she's got this very long reach that manages, very good straight punches. She knows how to use it. She knows how to use a jab. She knows how to
great counter. Yeah, the little rock back with the counter cross. I mean, it looks like a Mayweather kind of strike. She's light on her feet. She's very comfortable, leaving her chin out a little bit to bait a shot, and it looks like she enjoys the counter punching style.
It definitely is difficult, at first to know how to deal with somebody with a longer reach. But actually, here we see Dilara. She did slip and punch, so. I do think it's not.
Nice quick jab on Sanjay as well.
It's not one-sided.
Oh, not one-sided by any means. I would give the slight edge to Sanjay so far, though. A nice feint and then lead cross from Sanjay.
30 seconds. 30 more. 20 more.
Stop. Time. Stop.
We do have an adjustment on the headgear of Sanjay. A quick little break. This has happened a few times in Chess Boxing Light. It kind of comes with the same helmets for everyone. They need a lot of adjustment.
One fit all, huh?
Good trade of jabs just a second ago. Really favoring that lead cross or counter cross. She likes her right hand. I think a clear victory for the Indian fighter in this round. But the gloves will come off, helmets will come off, and we'll make our way to the chessboard now. And we'll see what the judges have to say about the official decision on who won the boxing round in just a moment.
So Sanjay's chess has vastly improved since last year. She played a very decent game in the real chess boxing event and the main event. I'm yet to see Dilara have a go at it.
So it looks like all 3 judges are on one side of the ring. I think that's pretty rare to see. Usually you have 3 judges, one on 3 sides of the ring, one each.
Well, you do get a different. I mean, from the
need a
perspective,
different angle.
yeah,
You need a
different
different
perspective is.
Because sometimes you miss punches landed because their backs to you.
Okay, so Dilara with black here, and they seem to be shooting the moves out pretty fast, and this is good because we've seen so much of this symmetrical stuff with E4, E5, and the 4 knights coming out. This is a little bit more creative. Now that's a bit premature, I would say.
Aggressive, yeah. Ooh, not sliding the knight back will lose the knight.
No.
Oh, it was protected by the
it was
Lightspark
but
Bishop,
you
but
could
now
have
it's being
even
bounced out.
maybe even Bishop D2 could have been a move, but now Sanjay is kind of boxing on the back foot, so to speak.
Yeah, that c-pawn becoming a target now on an island.
I really like the fact that she did not take it though, and she preferred to castle first. That's a very mature decision, right? Because that weakness isn't going to go away anyway. But now that bishop on c8 is protected, so there's no trips or traps or anything. Yeah. Was that a knight that just came off the board? I believe that's a piece. That was a piece that just that was lost.
There's a piece on e5?
Yeah, I believe so. So now that's a whole piece up, and black is just completely winning.
Would like to see the queen side a little bit more developed. That's part of what you sacrifice when you bring the queen out early, is development of minor pieces, and now you can kind of chase around the queen. So maybe there's some chance for counterplay. But moving the rook, I mean, now we have no chance for a castle for the white king.
Well, the problem with the white king is a long-term problem. It's not. It's no longer a short-term one. And so even if she does manage to kick the queen around, so to speak, these are temporary problems. There could be a case where the queen would actually be trapped, like a bishop d3, and the queen has no squares. But at the moment, that bishop d3 doesn't work. I might try queen b3 here, threatening that. I don't mind having another.
And we are low time on this chess round. There is a lot of action in the background going on as Chessboxing Fit is back underway.
What actually happened in your Chessboxing Fit match, Matt?
My match?
Yeah.
The Canadian, I think Evan? I might be mistaken on the name. Apologies to my Canadian opponent, but yeah, he checkmated me with low time. He's over 2,000 ELO.
So, you felt it? You felt that the level was...
Yeah, he defended well. I had 4 attackers to his 2.
Okay.
From a castled king, I sacrificed a piece, and he was able to defend to get me all lower on time, and then find a checkmate that I had missed. He had a rook on the 7th.
No longer hearing.
And he had a rook on the 7th, and then a queen delivered checkmate. So it is what it is.
It is what it is.
I enjoy trying out the Chessboxing Fit format.
Well, you definitely beat him at that bag game.
Okay. I do think I had an edge on the bag work and would have liked to.
The pace was
especially after he beat me. I was like, okay, let's go box now. But
well, this is the thing. It's a little frustrating, isn't it? It's like I can't show my skills.
But we're all competitors, and we're also all in the same community. So it was big smiles and hugs after the match, and I wish him luck in the rest of the tournament. Selfishly, I hope he wins our category, so I can say I lost to the champion.
There you go. You lost in the final. As far as results are concerned.
That's right. I'm still a little sweaty here. So for the semifinals and finals, I do have a nice white button-down and jacket. I'm excited for the main event to get underway, but I'm going to stop sweating first before I do my wardrobe change.
I've been sweating for 3 days. You got perfect skin, perfect teeth, man. I'm jealous.
Look at these jagged teeth. You kidding me?
Oh, look, I got white.
I never wore my retainer in high school, so I my teeth got crooked again. All right, second boxing round about to get underway. We'll see if we see more of the same from Sanjay, or if Russia has figured out Sanjay's tactics and will get the advantage in this 90-second round.
Well, she definitely has to show something so that it's not only she wins in the chess and Sanjay wins in the boxing. If she can bring about some form of doubt in the judge's mind and it's not unanimous, or, well, she might have a chance of taking the match home.
Ooh, entering, closing distance, landing a clean 1-2. Deflecting the cross of the Russian and countering with her own.
No, but she's very talented.
She
She's not pretending to know how to box. She's definitely picking her spots there.
I'm impressed. Yeah, she has a really good head feint and then a lead cross, which you really don't see often. Mayweather was famous for it, but you don't see it much in high-level boxing. But it's really working for her against the Russian.
सही है good one चल सिर्फ left देते जा
Her compatriot there cheering her on, Dilara on. Very strong boxer herself.
Ooh, head pops back with a 2. Maybe a little hard for chess boxing light, but sometimes just throwing a normal punch, if they move into it, it looks harder than it is.
Well, sometimes you just want to touch and the speed creates power. Sometimes it's also here, we are still allowed to use volume, So
Yeah,
even if you are not hitting much, if you want to dash, 4 or 5 times to get, some points in, one of them might hurt, and, you just have to touch gloves, reset. And,
as long as it's not the intention, someone's not coming out trying to throw haymakers or overhands and knock them out. There we go. There we have it. So Sanjay winning both boxing rounds and heading back to the chess. Russia doing the same, knowing that now the difference needs to be made on the chessboard. So we'll see if Russia is able to capitalize on a slight advantage on the chessboard. Up a piece, a piece and a pawn. Is that correct?
I believe it was at least that. Plus the king having a little bit of trouble in the center of the board.
So really the name of the game here for Sanjay is surviving the round. If she doesn't get checkmated and her time doesn't run out, she will win from boxing. Sounds like in Chess Boxing Fit, Russia wins another match, Russia dominating the format and also being the creators of the format. Funny how that works.
We're not being suspicious at all here, just to make that clear.
Especially not with the president of the Russian Federation sitting next to us, Peter Zukov. Just hanging out.
We do not feel spied upon at all.
So here, more pieces have come off the board. A lot of simplification for black. Very smart when in the lead to simplify pieces, get your opponent's weapons off the board so you have even more of an advantage with the weapons that you have on the board. And now that rook is kind of tied to the A pawn. And she can start advancing her pass pawn on the D file down the board.
Yeah, but that's not what's on Dilara's mind. Dilara basically here just wants to play fast because she's understood the name of the game. She knows that if she doesn't finish the game, even if she has a winning position, it's not going to count for anything. So she was very worried. I saw that she was pressing the clock as fast as possible, and she wants to make sure the job is done.
And even better, trading off again, going to go up another pawn, and she has 2 connected pass pawns now on the A and B file. So even if she loses this D pawn, she's still going to be able to press to a victory. She
can give the knight away if she wants. She could have taken that pawn on H8.
Yeah, she should have.
Probably, yeah.
She's going for the advanced F pawn now, freezing it in place. And I'd like to see the king start to get more active and
coming to
Dilara
the center,
moving the king up the board.
Yeah.
Bell throwing me for a loop. That is also from Chess Boxing Fit. We do have more time for this chess round, although not that much. I mean, as long as Sanjay keeps moving quickly.
For a reference on that.
Oh, she forgot to hit the clock.
Oh, she has?
Oh, never mind.
Now, I don't know, because can the ref sort of barge in there and say that? Because obviously you can't do it from the from the adversity point of view, but from a spectator point of view, we don't really want to watch a clock ticking down. Somebody's forgot.
In my first world championship, I benefited from my opponent not hitting the clock in the first round, and I went up about a minute. So I can tell you from a competitor's perspective, I liked that cushion. It made me feel a little bit more confident.
Definitely.
But from a viewer perspective, it is not too fun to just watch the clock ticking down.
Exactly. Now you're a commentator. You have to think about the
feeling in the stomach. So I can see it from both sides. It should be up to
WCBO. Well, it should be WCBO.
The fighter to remember to hit the clock. It's part of the rules.
Well, of course. No, I do agree with you. Because it's a qualification.
So here we go, picking the boxing. Oh, man. And a celebration for the Indian fighter. A little bit of disappointment from the Russian fighter. And what's going through my mind as the Russian right now is, all right, it all comes down to this. Sanjay is probably feeling pretty confident. Dallara needs to step it up from the last 2 rounds, going to the Indian fighter. And who knows?
To be honest, from an experience perspective, I think she should be happy with the extra round of boxing, right? It shouldn't be about the result. It should be about gaining that extra experience in this format.
Challenging herself, getting better. And retrospectively, it's good to see competitions that way. Absolutely. Learn from losses. In the moment, as a competitor, I would be just as disappointed as Dallara that I didn't see that white pawn, meaning another chess match.
Understandably. But okay, if it was the World Championship and there was $30 million at stake, I would be disappointed to see that white pawn.
Where are those millions coming from? What kind of prize
sponsors, man.
That's always the answer in this world, right? Sponsors.
We'll find them.
We will someday. All right, we are almost wrapped up, geared up, ready to start this third and final boxing round. It is a sudden death match, so whoever wins this boxing round wins the match. That is the Chessboxing Light sudden death rules. So Sanjay is ready to go. Dallara is adding the finishing touches to her helmet. And then we will see action between India and Russia, Sanjay and Dallara, respectively. And seconds out, Latvian fighter signaling we're good to go. And the round has begun.
I find she's maybe a little too much on the back foot there, where she's distributing the weight. Maybe it's giving her problems to counterattack.
The Russian fighter doing better this time.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, baiting Sanjay in, and Dallara is finding counters. I've seen 2 jabs to the body, too. I think body shots in this Chessboxing Light category are a really good strategy to go for, because headshots aren't going to do much.
Do you now? Even against a smaller opponent?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
and any opponent. The body is a bigger target than the head. There can be a lot of head movement. There can be a lot of body movement.
I know what to expect.
Whatever could you be talking about?
She leaned into that. That was a big. That was a blunder in chess. It would have been considered a blunder.
That was a big
chess.
shot. I think she got a little warning to take a little power off that. We saw the head snap back of Dallara, the Russian fighter.
She really did.
Big cross.
She leaned into it.
Great check hook lands, but a good stiff jab from Dallara, the Russian fighter. Ooh, 3 straight shots finding their mark for Sanjay. Nice trade of jabs. Another trade of jabs. And Russia landing 2 shots, making an entrance and landing kind of some looping hooks.
The problem here, even with the 10-second count, you can't feel any urgency because you can't rush it, right? You'd have to have a huge number of scores in a very little amount of time, and you can't compensate for a whole round.
That's right. So we have the end of the boxing round, and we will announce a winner right as after the judges submit their decision. Waiting on the decision from our ring announcer from Canada.
And the winner of the sudden death boxing round, Sanjay!
And another victory in the boxing round from Sanjay. But the Russian fighter Dallara should be proud. She did a lot better in that last boxing round. She showed improvement. She saw understanding of Sanjay's style and had a lot more counters. So I think both fighters should be very proud of their performance. And we'll be excited to follow Sanjay as she continues to the finals of the under 60 division.
I think her mistake was actually at the end. She got carried away. She realized she was doing so well, and then she wanted to score some extra points, leaned into it, and then she just got, the target was just too easy.
So here we have another chess boxing light matchup for 90 plus. 90 plus against India against Turkey. We have the Indian fighter already in the ring, getting set up and ready. This is Ja. And from Turkey, we have Burke entering the ring and getting set up and ready as well.
We saw him yesterday against Matias, I think, in a friendly. Is that the same guy? I believe it is. Maybe not.
I don't believe so.
No, I'm seeing his backside, so I really can't be sure.
I think this is a new one, at least to me, in the 90 plus division.
No, because obviously Matias is under 90.
Yeah, and all chess boxing light matches, anyone over 90 is considered heavyweight, which I guess would make us heavyweights.
Technically.
Yep. All right, gear is coming on. Reminder of the rules: 90-second boxing round, 4-minute chess round, 90-second boxing round, 4-minute chess round. In the event of a draw, like we just saw, we draw pawns and decide based off of one more chess round or one more boxing round. Fighters entering the center of the ring, tapping gloves, going back to the corners. The referee from Latvia ready. We are seconds out, and there's the bell. Gloves touch again. We like the sportsmanship.
A bit of a rush.
Ooh, good jab and counter jab. Okay, volume of punches coming from Turkey now. I think Turkey has a slight edge so far.
It's very much a chess game.
I like the footwork from the Indian fighter. He has a nice wide stance. He's entering well. We'll see if he keeps that when.
You like wide stances? Who's your reference on wide stances? Like what fighter fights with a wide stance this way?
What I'm looking at is there's width in his stance. His knees are slightly bent. He's not straight, and he's taking small steps, leading with the direction he wants to go. So his left foot is leading forward. When he circles, he opens circle. He doesn't cross his feet. So I think he's been trained technically in boxing. He has a good check hook as well, so he can take a step back. I do think he is a little slower than his opponent, and he doesn't do well when he's rushed or when he's under pressure. But when he's calm and he has his distance, I think he looks technically sound. But so far, again, I think the Turkish fighter, because of the rushing and the rapid punches, I think he's winning this round.
What astrological sign do you reckon he is? You gave a detailed impression of his style, so I'm guessing you could.
I think everyone that does chess boxing is a Gemini.
Is a Gemini. We're all Geminis.
Personalities, one part chess. One part
actually,
boxer.
we are both Geminis.
We are Geminis. We're Gemini brothers.
Gemini
Twins.
brothers.
I think I missed the decision there. Was it Turkey?
It was 1-0, but I didn't catch. We'll figure it out sooner or later.
Yes, hopefully Ring Announcer repeats that. Oh, the guy that beat me in Chess Boxing Fit just won another match.
Whoa.
Love to see it.
Rising to the top.
Yep, go Canada. All right, the bell is rung, and we have a D4 opening for White, the Indian fighter, and we match D5 for Burke, the Turkish fighter. Burke the Turk.
So it's kind of you got like your reverse stonewall there.
The F pawn isn't out. Yeah, I mean he could move the D5 and then get the F pawn out, but we do see a Dutch for Burke. Usually that pawn would go on to at D6, but that bishop instead opting to hide behind the knight. We do have that nicely placed knight up on. Oh,
I don't like
trade.
that. I don't like that bishop take at all. But that trade is basically that's kind of your bishop that you want to hold on to.
It does benefit black for that trade.
Yeah, and the opening of the F file now. Now there's en passant that he's just missed.
And should have en passant it there.
Yeah, it definitely should have.
Yeah,
because it's not obligatory. We have to remind you that like it's not because there's en passant that you have to do it. But if you don't do it on that move, then you right.
don't have the option again later.
There you go.
Yeah. But now, when there is the E5 break, which is customary in this Stonewall Dutch, now when they take, it's a protected pass pawn. And he opts not to take, though. Interesting decision by White again. All of his pawns are on the fourth rank. Now he has a nice pawn position over on the queen side.
This is coming slowly together. Now there's he's actually blockading that F pawn. The knight will kick back. That's not a problem. You don't have to win twice in chess. You only have to win once. It's a very important lesson to learn because until you do that, before you learn how to simplify positions rather than keep on, I got a piece more, but I need 2 pieces more, I need 3 pieces more. No, you don't. You need sometimes a pawn. Sometimes you don't even need a pawn more. You just need a dominating position. So,
that's a good point.
Very often when I get a student, the first thing I tell him is just stop trying to win twice, and he gains like 200 ELO points like in the next month.
Love that. That's good advice. Slight time advantage to Burke the Turk, but not much. And we will be seeing a second boxing round between these two. There's the 10-second warning. Did I miss something? That could have been a queen blunder right there.
I missed it too. I was somewhere else for a second.
Queen moved to B2, and there's nothing defending the queen.
Okay, enjoying every second of it.
The Turk thought that
so who
it was
blundered?
a trade instead of just a blundered queen, and he moved his queen out of the way.
So who blundered?
White blundered, but it wasn't capitalized on, so I think he got away with a blunder.
Well, the thief that isn't taken on the act is a king. There's a expression like that.
I like that expression. I haven't heard that one, but yeah, wise words from Carl Strugnell. Strugnell?
Strugnell. Yeah,
Strugnell.
Well, Strugnell. Strugnell in French.
Strugnell.
They say
it's a strong last name.
Kind of Germanic. You know, when people ask me how it's spelled, I say as it sneezed.
It's very funny. All right, we are over 90 kilograms. So these are the big boys that are banging, but they're not allowed to bang because it's chess boxing light. So these are punches for points. Whoever scores more punches, more points in this round gets the decision for the boxing. And if the chess match is not finished, then whoever won more boxing rounds wins the match.
I've actually been impressed by the refs this year. They've been very professional. I mean, not particularly talking about the decisions they're making, but you know, they're being. They're
I couldn't agree more. Yeah, but most definitely a better judge and ref lineup than our last World Championships in Turkey and in India. I'm much more impressed. It was kind of a roulette if you were going to get a good ref or a bad ref pass one time. Sometimes that decided the match, which you never want that. You want it to be on the merit of competition, not the luck of the draw on the referee. India keeping his distance. I think he's more of a technical, reactionary counterpuncher type.
But he rushes normally in the normal boxing. He rushes the opponent and he just tries to.
I think he needs to be a little bit more active, being down a boxing round. I think he needs to draw this. And next up, we do have two Russia versus French. I combined French and France. Two Russia versus France matchups that I'm very excited about. But we'll get there when it's time. Stay tuned. Definitely come back and keep watching this Chessboxing light action before shifting gears to the main event.
Actually, I see that the next one that's coming up is is that one of the ones that you were talking about? This Russia against France that you're excited about or not? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Both of them. Yeah. And there's the bell. I think another round going to the Turk if it's up to me and my count. But we'll see what the final decision is from our judges. And this time we'll be sure to listen so we know the score. But great. So there we have it. 2 for Burke the Turk and 0 for the Indian fighter. So now the pressure is on the white pieces, India, in order to finish this match. He needs to win on the chessboard in order to bring it to a draw. The draw will mean an overtime sudden death format where there'll be a draw of pawns, and depending on what pawn is picked, it'll either be one more boxing round or one more chess round. So white needs to make something happen in this chess round. Oh man, he's giving up his queen.
There's an intermediate check, but he can actually stop that with the queen. So I think that might have been. Well, okay,
yeah,
it did work, but queen F2 would have just covered up. Yeah. It wouldn't have been. I mean, it was still some venom in that, right? You could push E3, you could do stuff, but it's.
This looks like game over.
Well, now it basically is. Now that knight's pinned. Oh, the queen's coming in. I thought you would just advance the pawn, but that might even be stronger. The bishop's going to take on H3 next, and he's threatening mate on G2.
I would trade the rook off here.
You would trade the rook off?
Yeah, I would simplify pieces. I would trade the rook for the knight and the bishop.
There might be mate in 2.
With the bishop.
That's a very strong move. If he moves the knight, the bishop takes the place of the pawn. That's... Oh, a lot of this might not actually be all that necessary, but it's not changing the evaluation in any way. Take the knight now. Yeah.
Yep. Taking the knight with check. This is all.
Well, Berg definitely knows what he's doing. He's not.
He does.
He's no. And it's made in 1.
Illegal move.
It's check. Check.
One knockdown.
Sometimes the illegal move is actually a good move for you, so you just allow him. Okay, I'll allow that illegal move because I can mate you now.
I don't think our arbiter will let that fly, but nonetheless, there is the mate, our Turkish fighter, Burke the Turk, gets the victory over the Indian fighter Jah, and a well-fought match by both competitors. Good sportsmanship, and Burke will advance. That was a semifinal matchup, so Turkey will move on to the finals in the chessboxing light division for over 90 kilograms. And honestly, this is making me wish I entered the 90 kilogram division.
In
chessboxing light?
Right, yeah. This is, over, I guess.
And the winner by checkmate,
Yeah, I think I could.
Huh? Sure. I know you can go on talking.
So, yeah, table break. So, joining the stream now is Peter Zukov, the president of the Russian Federation, and
Chessboxing Federation. Please, don't get me in trouble there.
Oh, not the Russian, not the Federation of. Yeah, there we go. Thank you for that clarification.
Glad to
but this
join
is perfect
them,
timing because we do have 2 Russian fighters in the next 2 matches. So,
oh yeah,
you went to great lengths to organize chess boxing in Russia to be able to bring a lot of fighters to not just this World Championship, but every World Championship I've been to.
That's right.
And you've been involved with chess boxing since the beginning with
correct
with Yeppe. So, can you tell us a little bit about how you found chess boxing, how you got in touch with our founder, and your journey in chess boxing so far?
Well, look, it's been more than 10 years, I think, for me, and with my involvement with the sport. I met Yeppe in, I think, 2012. He came to Moscow. A bunch of friends of mine who were actually semi-pro chess players, they knew him, a really good friend of mine, and they got really excited, and they were supporting Ipe, you know, even before I met him. And we became friends very quickly. He, you know, found out that I was, I used to do martial arts when I was a kid, you know, karate, kickboxing, Thai boxing, and boxing. So immediately he called me out for a chess boxing sparring session.
Makes total sense. And a story that's pretty common in our community, growing up doing chess and some form of martial
exactly.
arts. And then finding the sport feeling like we're tailor-made for
Yeah, absolutely. My chess was pretty terrible at the time. You know, I haven't really played for probably 15, 20 years by then. But, is your mic working? So, yeah, it was tough for me in chess, but we had a great sparring session in boxing.
You and Ipe?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but it was a full chess boxing match. I gave him immediately a black eye, but then he checkmated me, I think in the second or the third round. So it was pretty easy for him. Immediately, I think it was the next day after we met, was our first kind of full chess boxing match.
What a way to become friends.
Yeah, and we became friends, and then I supported him and became an investor in his production company and a promotion business, the WCBO Global, and you know, it just at some point became apparent that we need a proper federation of chess boxing in Russia. Started working with a bunch of enthusiasts, as always volunteers, and then luckily enough, I found 2 guys that were also just willing, out of pure love for the sport and enthusiasm, to properly organize an all-Russia federation with a bunch of schools and clubs in different cities. And here we are now. It's been 3 years since we've registered officially the federation. We have 41 cities. We have like 18 regional federations.
Incredible.
More than 2,000 registered chess boxers. We have just opened a really big school and chess boxing gym dedicated to chess boxing in the city of Chelyabinsk. So yeah, it's been developing pretty rapidly. I mean,
and I hope more countries take a page out of Russia's book when it comes to developing chess boxing, establishing relationships with universities, with municipals, and having regular competitions. It's what the sport needs.
Absolutely. We're very, very open to cooperation with whoever's interested in the sport and in developing the sport locally in their countries. We have a playbook, we have the rules, we have it all translated. We have a bunch of tips on how to do it, how to work with the government, how to work with the universities. It's very important. And the kids, it's super important also to work with the juniors and the kids.
It's built through the future. And in the ring right now, we have a Russian versus French fighter.
The Russian is being a little too aggressive for the light version.
For chess boxing light, I think he did just get a slight warning from the referee.
Yeah, but you can see how the fluidity in his movement. He feels very comfortable in the ring.
Very comfortable. Good feints. Good job at setting up combinations, not just throwing one punch.
Yep.
But another warning coming in for the Russian fighter, just to take a little power off.
Yep.
As a reminder to our viewers, chess boxing light is more about throwing punches for points, not punches for
another
foul.
Hard punch. Yeah, the French chess boxer is quite mad about it.
Yes, he's unhappy because this is intended to be punches
Light.
for points, not punches for power. That being said, I do think that the Russian fighter still won the round.
He still won the round, and I don't think he was going, full on.
He wasn't.
No. It's just has an edge clearly in boxing,
and it's a natural. We train to compete.
Oh, absolutely.
And so the muscle memory, especially for experienced fighters, it's hard to take some of that
he's
power off.
quite an experienced, but he's a noob in chess boxing. He's the new Moscow Federation was registered by Danil Solovyov.
So the legend,
our legendary
two-time world champion, and met him for the first time in Calcutta, India. When he won his first world championship.
He's one of the most experienced chess boxers. I think,
is, and we'll see him later tonight up against Jules
in a final.
Very good matchup. Definitely stay tuned for that. One of our co-main events for this evening: Jules versus Daniil. Another France versus Russia matchup. But we are getting this chess round underway. Sardosh is rated around 1800.
Not Sardosh is 1800. Is that right?
Yeah, the last match in IFC he was around 1700, and he's been improving since then.
Right.
So Sardosh is his public name. We are talking about Andreas with the black pieces, the French fighter, and Alexei, new to chess boxing. You're saying
new
a part
to
of the
chess
Moscow
boxing.
Federation.
I think his base is boxing. As well, you could see he's quite experienced. I don't think his chess is very strong, to be honest. And he's generally a noob. He just joined through the newly established Moscow club, I think half a year ago or something. So he's very inexperienced. This is his first ever international event. He's quite nervous. So
one of the best things about chess boxing, with how young the sport is you can find out about the sport 6 months before the World Championship.
That's right.
And qualify and can compete on a world stage for your country and get great experience, meet great people. So if anyone listening wants to try out chess boxing, if you have some experience in chess or in martial arts, we'd love to have you.
Oh, you're more than welcome, for sure. But look, I mean, he knows his opening, it seems, despite being rather inexperienced.
Do you have a hanging pawn on d4?
He has a hanging pawn, but he's advanced. There you go. He took the pawn. But, it's still up there. The Black are, of course, going to try and put pressure.
Still relatively even. Not a huge advantage for Black right now, even with the pawn off the board. It's similar development. A nice fianchettoed bishop.
Very well done, by the way.
The Black king, but Sardosh with a clear advantage, both with the pawn up.
And you can already see a big difference in the pace, right? You can see straight away that Sardosh has an extra minute of time. He's going to continue to apply this pressure, and it always kind of has an effect on the quality of the moves of sort of the weaker chess player, right? The slower chess player.
That's right, and time is a huge component in main event regulation chess boxing. A lot of matches actually go to low time and lead to either a blunder or time running out.
Exactly.
In this format, though, it is less decisive, but Andreas knows that it is his way to victory here. He is less experienced in boxing than his opponent,
for sure,
Alexei, and he's moving like he knows it. He's moving very quickly. Only 36 seconds off his clock, with almost 2.5 minutes off the clock for Alexei.
And Alexei just blundered a pawn, and he's gonna actually lose a bishop very soon.
Yeah, so Bishop in trouble, but we will see another boxing round between these two fighters, and reminder for those new to Chess Boxing Light, it is only a 90-second round. Usually in the regular format, it is 3-minute boxing rounds, similar to pros, but in Chess Boxing Light, 90 seconds. So this definitely favors activity. It favors aggression, not aggression with power, but aggression with quantity,
combinations
of punches.
And multiple punches. Yeah.
Yep. And we love these new formats. One developed by Russia, actually, Chess Boxing Fit, where there is no contact at all. You go for a minute on a heavy bag, you get the heart rate up, and your boxing technique is judged. But then you move over to a blitz game of chess. I competed in it earlier today against a Canadian over 2,000 ELO who ended up checkmating me. But been having a lot of fun in the format.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
And I think my opponent is now in the final, so I'm rooting for Canada. I hope I lose to the champion.
He's good,
but
he's got really solid chess.
He is. Yeah, he absolutely is. And so that's a good first stepping stone for those thinking about getting involved in chess boxing, but don't want to get punched in the face yet.
Yeah,
and chess boxing light is a good second step.
It turned out to be so great, for involvement of people that are inexperienced in boxing. But originally, it was created because of COVID and lockdowns, right? Because we couldn't compete during lockdowns. So, we're thinking of a way to really hold international events, but online. And so that's how the idea came about. But now, it turns out people want to do it, even with COVID gone.
Yeah, it's great that it's staying around. They are not pulling any punches on both sides now.
Yeah, now they're
really
going
good slip and pivot for Russia, getting out of the danger.
You
of that
can
overhand
see
right.
he's in his comfort zone. He's just super calm, doing what knows how to do. I mean,
using his range, using his timing. Definitely more boxing experience. Sardosh, a fierce competitor, not wanting to cede or to back up. He wants to come forward. He wants to win the round still. Ooh, a good 1-1-2. The 2 landing for Russia.
Yeah.
Right hand counter landing for France.
Yeah, but it's still pretty one-sided in boxing.
Jab slips through.
Yeah, well done by Sardosh right now. The jab is through.
Yep.
And he's trying to.
I would like to see more body shots from both fighters. It's a bigger target.
Absolutely.
And it's harder to move.
I think generally here in this tournament and in chess boxing, we see a lot of head hunting, as we call it. But, I'm a big fan of body shots. And the more experienced guys, they actually knock their opponents out with liver shots.
Yeah, you find a liver, you find a kidney, you find a sternum.
Exactly.
You can knock the air out.
Even in the heart area, kind of.
Yeah, I think a much closer boxing round that last 90 seconds. I would still give us an edge to
Russia,
an edge,
but
kudos to Sardosh
Absolutely.
for
well
rising
done.
to the occasion, going up against a more experienced boxer.
Well done.
And landing a lot of good jabs and a few combinations.
He landed a bunch of jabs.
But fully expect this second round to also go to Russia. And there's the decision. So Russia up 2 boxing rounds. Sardosh making his way to where he knows he needs to finish this match, getting a little leg up on studying the board and getting prepared to try to end it in this round. If Sardosh is able to end it in this round, it will go to tiebreak, which goes to a draw of pawns. If the pawn is white, it will be another chess round. If the pawn is black, it will go to another boxing round. I might have that backwards, but you pick one, it's boxing. You pick the other, it's chess.
We just saw that in the ladies'
That's right, Sanjay
final.
Versus Delara.
Yeah, and luckily for Sanjay, it went for an extra. They went for an extra round in boxing, where she had an edge. Clearly, she lost the chess game.
We'll see the same kind of thing here if it does go to tiebreak.
Most likely, we'll say exactly the same thing. So it's really it's a coin flip, right? I mean, pure luck, pure luck.
Or, maybe a little psychological. Which hand is he going to put it in? Which hand did he pick it up with? Look!
Game. It's getting close.
It is
interesting.
So,
what's up? Okay,
moving the queen to the corner.
Correct. Move.
That bishop did come off the board, so we do look fairly equal. Is Sardosh up two pawns?
Yes. So Sardosh up 2 pawns, but taking the center, applying pressure, and with the time pressure also, I would expect a blunder from Alexei.
Yeah, we're coming up on a minute left for Alexei. That's going to be something to watch. This is a 4-minute chess round, so longer than our standard format, and plenty of time for Andreas to do work here.
Just over a minute for Alexei, so soon enough he's going to start to rush it. When he starts to rush it. Yeah, I mean, you normally make mistakes.
That's right. Smartly taking pieces off the board. We'll see if he takes with the
making
pawn
it
or
simple.
the queen.
Yeah, making it simpler.
But time's still ticking off for Alexei. I'd like to see faster movement from him.
Yeah. Now,
very difficult move
to deal with.
Basically
one.
guaranteed to lose the queen.
Exactly. But he's going to waste more time now because it's a stressful situation. So yeah.
Yeah. So best case scenario, he comes back to G2 and trades off the queen. But any other queen move loses the queen by the rook delivering discover check.
Of course, check. Yeah. That's it. The queen is lost, but the question is.
And down to 20 seconds. This is very unlikely to.
So there, he took one of the rooks. There's a.
So one illegal move awarded for Sardosh against Alexei. So as a reminder, illegal moves count as knockdowns in boxing. So if you get too many illegal moves in a round or in a fight,
but
you will lose.
It's checkmate.
And there's the time.
I think it's checkmate anyway.
Yeah, there's no way to defend.
Yeah.
So, checkmate was delivered. Time also ran out, but it is officially Sardosh by checkmate, which means we are moving to sudden death. We will...
Yeah, but why are they going to the ring?
Yeah, they need to figure it out. They need to draw the pawns.
What's happening there? They shouldn't have left.
Sudden death, very exciting. Oh, man. Well, it all comes down to this pick, really. I mean,
yep. Coin flip. These are the rules.
This does add quite a bit of fun.
It's awesome.
To the match.
I love it. We just saw Guillaume, the head of the French Chessboxing Federation, making funny faces and kind of being a little bit unimpressed with the rules. It's
there
the chess. Lucky French. Lucky French.
So the Russian needs to rise to the occasion, but Sardosh with a big smile on his face, knowing chess is his comfort zone, and
the edge in chess is as significant for Sardosh as the edge is significant for Alexei in boxing.
That is correct. It's an accurate depiction of the situation here. So
and there's no lucky punches in chess. So
nope. And mistakes can always be made. And blunders can happen.
Maybe a terrible blunder, but I doubt that Sardosh is going to make this blunder.
Also doubted too, but we will get this rapid game underway. I do believe it's a lesser time control. Maybe a 3-minute.
Yeah, I wonder what happens, but I don't know the rules well enough to tell what happens if there's no checkmate and they run out of time, and what happens then? Another coin toss?
Well, if they run out of time, well, I think they just play the game to its finality.
Oh, they just play.
Yeah. I don't think it's a 4-minute match.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure they just play to time running out or checkmate. Now, in the event of a draw, that's the interesting part. Do they go to boxing then?
I think so.
That would make sense.
Or they do another toss.
We are kind of making up these new formats as we go. So the evolution of the sport is really a process of trial and error. We see how it works. We get feedback from fighters. We delegate about it as countries, and then we vote on changes to the rules.
Somehow the time control is weird. Sardosh has 2:30 and Alexei has 3 minutes.
I remember this now. So with 30 minutes less on the clock, he gets the win in the event of a draw. So it does not go to boxing. Volfongo did explain that yesterday, and I forgot until now. So yeah.
Wow. I wonder.
Sardosh moving extremely fast, and he has a Sicilian dragon on the board.
Exactly.
And doing well with development again. The Russian has all of his minor pieces.
The opening is decent. It's there. Very, very conservative opening.
Mm-hmm. And Alexei is ready for castling. He opts to bring his queen out, getting it on the same diagonal as the king. A Sardosh will match, offering a trade. Not accept it. It is in Andreas's advantage to trade off pieces.
Absolutely.
And work towards a draw, because a draw is a win for him.
So, well done by Alexei not to trade.
Absolutely. Good decision.
Yeah, we'll see what he does next. Well, he castled. Now he has this completely kind of closed position. which I'm not sure is a great strategy, because here he needs to win. And even though he's weaker in chess, you still got to play to win, right? I mean, and
especially as white in a sudden death. I mean, winning is his only avenue. I don't think he's going to time out. The time is now equalized. Andreas has more experience. He knows how to move faster.
Yeah.
So I think he needs to take some chances and try to work towards a winning position.
Play something wild. I don't know.
We do have a trade.
We have some technical issues, I think. We can't see some of the pieces, right?
So we can try to see here. It does.
No, it
does look right.
Yeah, it's fine.
So we had bishops come off. We had a knight for a bishop. Rather
exchange. Yeah.
Especially if he's new to chess. Impressed with Alexei's
He's not bad,
patience.
huh? He's not bad in chess.
Patience, development.
And he's a noob, so he's got some potential. I think.
Good foundation to build on.
Yeah, good potential. Really good potential. Let's see if he. I think Sardosh is going to start making some traps here, because there's a possibility for that.
Attacking the weak pawn on d3, only protected, but Alexei sees
well done.
It.
He sees it.
Moves his bishop back to reinforce that.
Well done.
Pawn.
Moving back.
Offering another trade. We'll see if Sardosh takes it.
He will. No. Puts more pressure. Let's see. I think.
Okay.
Interesting.
There goes the trade.
There's the trade.
And another trade.
Yeah. Favors Sardosh.
And smart to take with the rook there, not the pawn.
Yeah.
Keeping the king safe and leaving room to double or triple up on that open file.
Mm-hmm.
And that open file is near the king.
Yeah, not bad.
So maybe that's where he starts to mount an attack. If he has any chance of winning, you might want to start shifting his pieces over there with the rook, with the queen.
Fully agree with you.
To team up on that F file.
Yep.
Pawns advancing up the board. Sardosh taking more space.
I'm impressed with the pace. Look, I mean, the advantage is not as significant this time around.
It's true. Yeah, 30 extra seconds, and now he's down 30 seconds. But he is doing better with pace than he did last time.
Much better. Now he's going to triple up, I think.
Yep.
So pawn to be taken.
Very good move.
Wow, I didn't see that.
Finding the skewer.
He can obviously protect with the Oh, well done.
Two great moves. Yeah.
Two just the flawless attack by Sardosh.
Now not only
he takes it.
A great move.
Yeah.
He got away with only losing a rook there instead of the queen.
Defended.
So smart.
Now there's a possibility to move. Yes, that great move. Perfect defensive move.
Clogging up the F file.
Exactly. And now you move the rook to further reinforce that position.
And now we need to start seeing an attack mount on the black king. If there's less than a minute on the clock, he has to. To win.
Yep. Well, I think he needs to use the H pawn more to advance. That's the only way, which he's not doing yet.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. Kicking that rook out.
Kicking the rook out. Okay.
We may see a E pawn push.
He's doing all the right things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm impressed with Alexei.
Yeah, I'd like to see space, a more open position to start to try to open up the king. So. Sardosh in complete control, creeping into the queen side, and moving towards.
So here white have to take, and he's gonna break through.
Oh, he just pushes again. Yeah,
that was a mistake.
This is trouble.
Yeah, this is real trouble.
And now the queen's come off, and he's going to be able to promote
another queen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and now the knight is pinned. Holding up into the last 30 seconds.
Oh man, very impressive, very well done against such a strong chess player. I mean, kudos to Alexei. He really put up a fight, like Sardosh put up a fight in one of the boxing rounds. They both showed some, guts.
Absolutely, yeah.
Guts and skill.
Kudos to both fighters, and
Whoa,
Sardosh playing to his strengths, securing this victory.
High level matchup.
Not much of a shot. He will get another queen. He will either deliver checkmate or time will run out.
It
in the
will
next
be a
15
checkmate.
seconds.
Another queen and a checkmate is coming real soon.
Yeah, there it is.
Nope, illegal move.
Yeah, illegal move.
It is a checkmate.
Yeah, he is done. So
Yeah,
congratulations
well
to
done.
France advancing. Congratulations to Russia on a very good performance, especially in the ring, but also showing good chess chops. Good foundation to build on for Alexei. We hope to see him back here soon. And Sardosh advances to the finals, and he will be facing whoever wins between our next matchup, between Alexander from Russia and Paul from France. Big congratulations to Andreas, a.k.a. Sardosh. His French compatriots are celebrating in his corner, and they will be staying right where they are because next up we have another France versus Russia matchup. Alexander versus Paul will decide whoever Sardosh's opponent will be in the finals.
Yeah, Alex is one of the enthusiasts of the sport from St. Petersburg. You know, a veteran of martial arts, 42 or 43 years old. He set up a school of martial arts in St. Pete's, which he runs and owns. And he also organized the chess boxing club there with lots of kids that, you know, he teaches himself. A really, you know, a great example of a promoter of the sport and a real enthusiast. Loves to compete himself. He's not a boxer, but he's a semi-pro and pro Russian combat sambo fighter and a kickboxer.
Okay.
So he's
translatable skills.
He's
for sure.
very experienced. He's not a boxer, but I mean he's very experienced in combat. Competitions
will probably favor him in this chess boxing light division because you know a lot of
his
boxing
chess is okay also
come from experience, timing, and technique. Whereas this, it's just punches landed, so it can turn into a little bit more of a regular or non-typical boxing matchup. But he is up against Paul Ducher, who was part of France's documentary on the founding of the French national team, following their travels and training to the 2019 World Championship, and he has been eliminated from the main event, the regular chess boxing tournament, but he is in the semifinals for this one and hopes to win to advance to fight his teammate Andreas, who just advanced. But I don't think Alex wants the same outcome.
Yeah, well, I think Paul's chess is very decent. Alex's can be strong sometimes, but he's very unstable. He only learned to play chess at the age of 35 or something like that.
Wow. Okay.
He's not a chess player, but he's got some interesting moves sometimes, and he's a bit wild sometimes with his chess, but he can beat strong opponents with this weird manner, you know.
And being a bit wild in this format may benefit him.
Yeah.
It could make Paul think a little longer than he usually does, get him out of his comfort zone and out of theory. Because Paul has been a student of the game
for a long time,
religiously. Right? Yeah, as a child, but especially recently since he's gotten into chess boxing, it's become his main passion and his main focus. Yeah, this is going to be a great match. We do have the Latvian referee overseeing this match again. Fighters are in the corner. We're seconds out.
What a great referee, by the way.
And there's the bell. Excellent referee. And we were saying earlier, the officials in this Italian World Championship have been so much better than the last two World Championships in India and in Turkey. So a big shout out to our head of officials, Volfongo, also the organizer for this event, for training and recruiting some great referees for this tournament.
Yeah, you can see how, aggressive Alex is. Not not punching too hard, but a lot of punches. That's what you got to do in light, actually. The more light punches you land, the better.
It's volume, and he's doing a great job of not putting power on, but finding holes. Actually, a long torso in this is kind of a disadvantage. Reach might not be too much of an advantage.
But to be honest, Paul is not doing the right thing of allowing him to come to closer distance, not using his jab to, really control the distance, which, tells me he's not super experienced.
He is sitting in his guard
in boxing.
And letting Alex feel very comfortable to come
he's
into
just
range
landing those shots.
To land shots to the head and body wherever the guard isn't. The arms cannot cover every scoring area. So Alex doing a good job of finding those openings.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's very one-sided.
Swarming
very
and overwhelming Paul. Yeah.
Yeah, the guy's in a great shape. He's like my age, even older than I am.
At the end. But great showing. I'd be very surprised if it was anything but a unanimous decision for Alex in that first boxing round. And we will have a chess round following this. A reminder, 4-minute chess round.
That's very interesting.
Follows the 90-second boxing round. Paul already making his way over. Paul will have the black pieces, so France in black, Russia with white. Alex following Paul to the chessboard now. So
exciting.
We will see what kind of advantage
Paul's going to
have in chess. Yeah, I do think he has more experience. And not sure on the ELO strength of Alex, but I know Paul's around like a 1,500 or so.
And Alex is 1,600 or so as well.
Okay, so maybe pretty evenly matched in chess too. We'll see.
Yeah, but as I said, sometimes he's wild and he can make stupid mistakes in openings and like blunders.
Okay.
Or sometimes he makes those, flurries and crazy attacks in chess and just checkmates. So he's just not a stable chess player.
Very similar to boxing. A lot of improvement in chess and in boxing is repetition and developing consistency. You can have flashes of brilliance in the ring or on the board when you're starting out, and that's motivating. That helps you go deeper.
And you see he's playing very fast, which I'm not sure is a wise decision in his end. And I've been telling him for many years now to calm it down a little bit and, think his moves through better, but he's like that,
Sure. Well, we
wild.
have a Queen's Gambit, and it was Alex was able to develop his light square bishop onto that that c4 square. That's usually a good sign. Both players are cleared for castling. Kings will be relatively safe for this early game.
But it depends for Alex what he's going to choose. Which side for castling he's going to choose, because you have this rook.
The open H file is dangerous. Yeah, so I like Paul waiting here and seeing what Alex will do, and that determining which way he castles as well.
That's exactly what he's doing.
Yes. Yeah,
but I like the white's position better, to be honest with you.
Yeah, the king is more vulnerable prior to castling. So that's the one thing I would say. The black king in the center.
So he followed, in a sense, my silent advice.
Yes.
To beware of the H.
That's right. Yeah. Castling the same side, we are opting for a slower game.
Yeah.
I was interested to see if Paul would castle opposite side, which is usually just a storm.
Yeah.
On opposite sides, very fun game.
Exactly.
And based on what you were saying about Alex's chess game, that might have favored him if it got a little wild.
Yeah, I think he knows it. I think Paul knows that he can be, Alex can be wild, and he likes the wild game. So that's why he picked a safer option.
Yeah, so we are in the mid-game now, and
but we're moving towards Endspiel very quickly, man. We're moving towards endgame already.
That's very true. A good battery set up by Alex.
Yes.
Targeting a weak pawn.
No.
You just push it. Yeah, exactly. Pushing it saves it.
Now I think he's going to attack I was going to say he was going to attack the queen, which I would do in that situation.
Winning an open file,
yes.
So no material advantage, but a positional advantage, now controlling the D file.
Absolutely.
Alex is playing a great game.
Great game. Advantage. Positionally, clear advantage for Alex, if you ask me.
Wait a minute.
Do you see?
I'm thinking Alex is up a piece. Did we miss a piece blunder?
Yes, I think so.
Wow.
Yeah. There's a piece missing for Paul. That's a massive, but he just blundered a
Well,
pawn.
there's the bell. So yeah, not totally lost for Paul, but down,
No,
down
but
positionally.
better position for Alex.
Yeah.
I told you he's like that.
He's solid.
Yeah,
Very solid.
Yeah.
And we know where the advantage lies in the boxing ring. I really hope Paul is able to find his calmness, his confidence, and start
his
to throw
distance.
some shots.
Most importantly, his distance.
He needs to get active with his jab.
he's a taller guy with longer reach. Just work with the jab.
Yep.
And establish distance. He's not doing it, unfortunately, for him.
Yes, and he needs to make Alex respect him right now.
Yeah,
there
there's no
is not respect.
Yeah.
He's coming right into range, right into his face. He's really not guarding himself as he's throwing.
He's too comfortable. Comfortable.
It's true. And that 42 years old, lifelong martial artist. That all tracks.
Sure.
He looks the part.
And you look at the guy's face, and you can tell he's been in a few tournaments.
He has some battle scars.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Love it. And you said he is the one teaching chess boxing
He's
at his
the one
martial arts
teaching in St. Petersburg in one of the St. Petersburg clubs, but that's his private club, basically. He organizes a bunch of events, kids tournaments. Very big contributor to the development of the sport in Russia.
Love it. And we failed to mention this in the first round, but Paul is in a southpaw stance with Alex in a regular stance.
Paul is now more serious about the boxing round and trying to really compete.
He knows.
But it's hard.
Already.
But it's hard. Look how fast Alex is. Wow.
Yeah, very
fast
very
hands.
quick.
Very fast hands.
Yeah, taking away the range of Paul, getting in tight. And landing a lot of very rapid punches in succession. His string together combinations.
It's 3-4 punch combinations.
That's right.
Which is rare for this tournament.
Yep, true. Although it's clear when you see someone like Daniil in there.
Those guys are well trained.
The pro, I forget his name right now, but the Cologne pro boxer.
Very
German.
Impressed. The German.
Yeah, he's from from the Cologne Boxing Club in Germany. He sets up his shots really well, has very clean combinations.
He's a professional. He's a professional.
Yep.
But you can consider Alex to be, he's not a boxer, as I said, but he's a pro MMA guy, if you will.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And not perfect translation over, but there are a lot of translatable skills.
Yeah,
and good head movement from Paul, missing 2 shots, getting one of his own.
But I think
that round, but a clear
he lost
victory
again. Yeah.
Again for Russia.
Yeah.
In that boxing round. So it does seem like this might be another France versus Russia finals.
Don't be too quick. Let's see how it ends on the chess. It's still pretty much even.
There's a lot of time on the clock for both fighters. If the chess match doesn't end, it defaults to whoever won the boxing rounds, which is Russia.
You are right. Yes.
So Alex is in the driver's seat of this chess match, being up a little material.
Basically, if he doesn't blunder, if he doesn't make a silly mistake, most likely he's ahead.
That's right.
But he might make a silly mistake. I know the guy.
The pawns on the king side are vulnerable right now. He's offering a trade of queens. I doubt Paul will take it.
Yeah, but it's wise on Alex's end.
Yeah, offering a trade of queens.
Yeah, it's the right thing to do.
Yep. Oh, right. Yeah, it is right.
Yeah. Okay.
All of his pieces protecting each other, being very solid.
Alex. Very solid. I don't see any big holes here in this.
If I'm Alex, I'm taking a lot of time to think about each move.
Me too.
There's plenty of time on my clock.
To breathe,
yes.
To control your heartbeat.
Especially at the beginning of the round.
Yeah.
There's no reason to...
See how heavy he's breathing, actually.
Yeah.
He's breathing quite heavy.
To have fatigue and a high heart rate while playing chess.
Good predictable move.
Help. Mm-hmm. Yep, giving the king more space to be able to escape. And Alex controls the light squares because of that light square bishop, that advantage that he has. So opening up that escape square, which he controls, is a very good move for Alex.
Let's see what the game plan could be for Paul here.
He has a free check on the first rank if he goes to G1.
Yes.
And he could take another pawn, depending on what he blocks with.
Which he just did.
Yeah, if he blocks with a rook, he can slide back. Oh, he moves instead. Okay.
Yeah, but it doesn't do the trick for him yet.
Not yet.
It's just going to advance.
Now guaranteed to lose a pawn.
Well, he takes the pawn. No, decides not to do it. So he wants a mate here, I'm guessing.
I think.
Yes, he's pushing for. Well, he loses a pawn. Now I think Alex is gonna.
Rook on the 7th would
be
good. Yeah.
Oh, exchange of rooks. I would not do it if I was Paul.
You're giving up a pawn. Yeah. So the only way to keep his pawn is to trade.
He traded.
He does opt to do. Yeah. And
but
now
that almost, with that he loses a chance to win.
May seal the deal. Yeah, I'd like to see something like Bishop C8 and starting a lineup on a weak king. But he's just scooping up pawns. He's playing calm. Alex is doing all the right things here.
Yeah, it's hard for me to see a counter game for blacks, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'd like to see a check and protecting that bishop. A little bit scary.
Go back and protect. Yeah, just like that. Easy.
Yeah, if we see a draw here,
then again he loses.
He needs to block.
It's a lot. It's then Alex wins if that happens. That's it. It's a draw.
There's the time.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's a permanent check.
Yeah.
So, which means it's a draw.
He could have blocked. I mean, I don't see.
It doesn't matter. He doesn't need to.
He doesn't need to.
He wins.
Right. Yeah.
I think he knew it and just,
And Paul just.
Yeah.
Gave
I
up.
think
fair enough.
that was intentional.
Fair enough.
Because he immediately raised his hands as if a draw means I won.
Yeah. Yeah. Very interesting. Well, Russia advances. Congratulations to Alex.
Yeah, big rivalry in various world championships of Russia and France. Wow.
Which makes total sense. The two most robust, most developed chess-boxing organizations in the world are France and Russia, both doing a great job of getting exposure for the sport amongst their native people and recruiting more and more to the chess-boxing ranks, which we deeply appreciate. And want to see more countries follow suit. Germany is also on that track.
Absolutely,
seeing more clubs pop up, and that is the birthplace of chess boxing is Berlin and Cologne with a very strong club as well. So congratulations to Paul for a good
shirts.
Oh, nice! I like that.
Yeah,
I did that with my competitors as well. Very cool. Love the sportsmanship. Love the camaraderie before and after fights, and of course the competition during them. But there we have it. We actually have one more Chessboxing Light. Make that two more Chessboxing Light matchups coming up. But that does it for the French and Russian rivalries. And I believe the finals for Chessboxing Light in the under 70 category will be tomorrow. So these fighters will have time to rest, maybe study their opponent a little bit. And then
they're taking pictures again with each other's shorts on, so very friendly.
Putting on a show, getting the content for social media or memories or whatever.
Саш, молодец, красава.
So here we go. Ellis Steinberg. This is the man who knocked me out of Chessboxing Fit. Very strong chess player, I can attest. Over 2,000 ELO, making his way to the ring for Canada.
Wow.
And we love to see Canadians entering the World Championship this year. Our North American brothers showing up and entering a few fighters in. And hopefully that signs up more things to come in Canada and North America as a whole.
In Chessboxing Light, he also defeated Alex Kuznetsov, the new kid that we have from the Moscow club.
Nice.
He's 2,100 ELO. And
wow.
This guy from Canada, he checkmated him.
Well, there we go.
Yeah,
very strong chess player.
Player.
Very cool. And his opponent coming to the ring now is our Indonesian fighter. This is Agnom.
Indonesian.
I'm sorry, Indian. Not
He's
Indonesian.
Indian. Yeah, he's Indian.
So Indian fighter in the black corner with the black pieces, up against Canada in the white corner with the white pieces. And gears coming on. Do you have any predictions for this one? I haven't seen the Indian fighter yet.
Look, with that level of chess, I would always give an edge to the chess player. I haven't seen this Indian fighter before. I think it's his debut. From what I can tell, just observing the Indian team, I think he's a chess player.
Okay.
He's not a boxer. But, I mean, it depends on how strong and experienced of a chess player he is, because he needs to be really good
to go up against Ellis.
Yeah, exactly.
And I do know that this is the beginning of Ellis's boxing journey. His cornerman, his coach Greg, I'm sorry, Ben. His coach Ben is a Muay Thai fighter, about 25 fights, and has stepped up to help coach the Canadian fighters in striking. The Canadians are definitely favoring chess with this team this year and getting into boxing. But it's good to get experience in things like Chessboxing Light, where there isn't the risk of a big knockout or anything.
Yeah, I don't think the Indian fighter is a very good boxer either. So I think we're going to see some clumsy boxing.
Right out of the gate, gloves touch, and he goes right into a jab. So very busy is Ellis with his jab, definitely scoring more of the points right off the bat. But
busy,
we'll
but weird boxing.
Switching stances while he's throwing, but very busy.
Wow, the Indian is putting it on, man. They're both aggressive. But
he's still going.
They're both going. Look at them go.
Going.
Jesus Christ. Headhunting, weird rabbit punches, but still.
And switching stance mid-flurry. He switched from regular southpaw there.
Yeah, I haven't seen that before.
Yeah, whatever works. Coming for the, and here we go again.
Oh, wow.
Honestly, I'm impressed.
I'm impressed with
the Indian.
Yeah, he's okay. He's fast.
He is.
Quick hands, moving his feet well, in and out. You see, controlling distance.
Missing the first punch, landing.
Well, look at that. Look at that.
2 shots to the body, 1 to the head.
Yeah, he ducked and then he countered. So yeah, he knows what he's doing.
Now Ellis looking a little bit more desperate here, and landing 1 shot with his palm. Not allowed there.
So okay, I see we have an edge in boxing with the Indian guy, probably.
Looks like it, yep. 2 jabs to the body, 3-point combination.
Not bad by Alex.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah, Ellis is coming back.
He's coming back. Maybe he can deserve a draw in this round, no? But probably not.
I think a draw could be argued. I do think that there were more punches landed by India, though.
For sure. I agree with you. Let's see what the judges say.
I don't like the gloves touch immediately into a punch. Just not the
the spirit. Not in the spirit of chess boxing.
Or specifically Chessboxing Light. Come on. But
let's hear it out. Is a draw. I called it, yeah.
I think a draw is merited. Both fighters doing a good job. And good sportsmanship after the boxing round, letting them both go through. And now we'll see how they stack up on the chess side.
Yeah.
So again, Canada with the white pieces. Ellis with a little over 2,000 ELO is what he shared. And not sure on the Indian side what Agom is.
What's his ELO?
Yeah, not sure what his ELO is.
I don't think it's nearly as high as Alex's. But
all right, we
have
never
E4.
Know. We have a French
see.
defense. He's moving quickly. All good moves. He's protecting his king quickly.
Yeah, very conservative.
This is actually the same opening.
Safe opening, yes.
Same opening that he used against me, and I had a very similar structure as black. So this looks like a mirror image of my game against Ellis.
Well, if it's working, why not use it again?
Yeah, if it isn't broke, why fix it?
Exactly. But the blacks are, they know their opening and
very solid.
Very solid.
Yeah, not a clear weakness yet.
No. Yeah, but after another 3-4 moves, we're going to start to see. Oops, what is happening there?
A lot of pieces
There's
defending
a bit
the
of
black
a time lag, right? So it's sometimes hard to follow.
It is, yeah.
Wow, Alex is
so
fast.
we do have rooks off the board.
Yeah, exchange at rooks. Good move by the blacks. Solid defense.
Yeah, having a nice battery over on that queen side.
Yeah.
The light square bishop being traded off, taking away that weapon.
Wise by the whites.
Yes.
Because otherwise it was a permanent threat.
Yeah, I'm impressed with the chess.
Both sides are good with chess.
Very true.
Wow, they're playing a fast game. They just exchanged queens.
Yep, incredibly fast.
We are in the end game already.
That's true.
Yeah. Now the kings are going to advance. That's key. You know, the movement of kings and their role is very significant.
Especially in the end game. So my coach says the end game begins when the queens are off the board. And
now the kings are really super important.
And slight advantage to black.
Yeah, they're advancing with the position, the king further up. Yeah,
yep.
Exactly.
Now that is as far as he can go without advancing that pawn, which he has done. Now the king can come up to the 5th rank.
Yeah, but he's down one. No, he's not. It's an very equal position.
Can't defend it. He's been able to win it back. When he wins that pawn, he protects his other pawn.
Exactly.
On the g file.
Wow, well done. Well done well, he's a chess player in the end.
He is. Yeah.
It's going to be a draw. No.
Good chess boxer. Yeah, draw in the first round already. So this will come down to boxing. Wait, timeout. We have a draw in the boxing and a draw in the chess.
Yeah, but we have a draw in the chess in the first round of chess. I've never seen that before.
It's amazing. Yeah, and I think whoever wins this boxing round wins the match.
Yeah, I put my money on the Indian in boxing.
Yeah, I think everyone's kind of looking around for Volfongo to see what to do.
Well, the second round of boxing, there's always 2 rounds of boxing anyways. Yeah, so they just go and box it out.
And if it's another draw, then it's sudden death. And if one wins this boxing round, I assume they win the match.
Yeah, but I put my money on the Indian. He's going to win that.
Yeah, I can see that after the first. Yeah.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing now. He knows the weaknesses of Alex, that he's kind of slow and clumsy.
He probably won't touch gloves this time.
Yeah, no, I mean...
the old glove gambit.
I wouldn't. So, interesting. Wow, very exciting.
Absolutely. Yeah, this is going to be a fun boxing round to watch because they know it all comes down to this.
It's down to this boxing round. And it's light, so they're not supposed to punch hard. Let's see if they follow the rules. I expect them to be very aggressive.
So the gear is coming on for that to keep that aggression at bay, and we will see. Okay.
What a chess player the Indian is.
Okay.
So
what the ring announcer has said is, in the event of a draw in this boxing round, it will go back to sudden death. So we will draw to see if it will be a chess round or a boxing round to decide. But if someone wins this boxing round, it's over. It goes to whoever wins the boxing round.
Let's see. Maybe Alex has some ace up his sleeve in boxing to show us what he's capable of, but
he almost tried the same thing.
Yep, but didn't work this time, and I see the Indian knows what he's doing now. Look at watch the counter punches.
Good combo coming in from Ellis, though. Ellis is not going down easy.
1-2, but counter punches. For every punch that Alex does, there's 2 punches. But see, there's 1-2, 1-2, 1-2.
Yep. Yeah, good lead jab, lead hook from the Indian.
And good twos. Simple 1-2, but it always works.
That's right. Okay, a little bit more space, a little bit more time, calculating each other, giving. I think the Indian strategy is miss that first one and enter the range, and then he goes crazy. Yep, there we go.
And also he's provoking a jab from Alex, and then does a 1-2. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, he initiated that time and scored 2 points.
Yeah. No, he's scoring for sure.
Black
Oh, well done by Alex. A bunch of punches by Alex.
Him. Yep.
Oh,
great
hard,
counter right.
Very hard counter.
It's hard when you're trained as a boxer to not throw that punch.
Yeah, it was a perfect counter.
Yeah, it was perfect.
But it was
perfect
too hard.
timing.
Too hard for the rules of Chessboxing Light.
Correct. Yep.
Oh, another hard counter, man.
Yes.
He's throwing. He's not supposed to be throwing like that, though.
Yeah, and definitely getting a little carried away, but also I do think that the larger quantity of punches probably landed by the Indian that round.
I would give it to the Indian, but
I would too.
Yeah, I don't know what the judge is going to say.
But what a match.
Yeah, well, great effort by both guys.
You can't get any more evenly matched than that. Draw
So
in the
even.
boxing, draw in the chess,
Even.
all coming down to this decision, which the judges are handing in now, and we will get the final decision on this match right now.
Wow.
I'm
surprised.
The Canadian edges it out over the Indian.
But I disagree with the judges, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think a case could be made for the Indian winning that fight, but Ellis
And it was
in.
a split decision, which means at least one of the judges agrees with me.
Yeah, and what do you think about all three judges being on one side of the ring?
It's weird. It's a little weird, but yeah.
Usually there's different angles on different sides of the match.
I'm showing Volfango that they're wrong.
Ellis,
I disagree. You lost, man. How could you judge it that way? The Indian won. I know.
The Indian.
Oh, really? You were right.
Real quick.
Under 60 kilograms light chessboxing division, which means there are 7 rounds.
Yeah, so Volfango just said that he was the one judge that thought that the Indian fighter won.
So he agreed with the commentators. And the other two, throwing the other two judges under the bus.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, and next up, we have an Italian fighter, Riccardo, making his way to the ring with the white corner. And out of the black corner, we have a German, Hans, making his way to the ring right now.
All right.
This will be in the under 60 kilogram division, and this is a final match. So whoever wins this match will win the world championship in the chessboxing light division. This new rule format that we have added to the the chessboxing world championship. White corner is ready, pounding his gloves together, showing just how ready he is, and Hans still getting the gloves on. This fighter is from Cologne. We have Dano in his corner. Misspoke yesterday, and he let me know that his name is not Daniel, it is Dano. So Dano is the head of Chessboxing Cologne in Germany, and is cornering Hans for this 60 kilogram final in chessboxing light. Again, our referee, the Latvian, overseeing this match and readying the fighters. Gloves have been touched. We are seconds out from the bell being rung. Just as soon as Cologne gets the necessary things out of the corner, gets down from the ring, we are ready to go. And there's the bell. Good jab to the head, jab to the body, landed early for the German fighter. I'm sorry, for the Italian fighter.
For the Italian fighter, yeah. But let's see their movement and how.
Both fighters fighting
they are.
Out of the regular stance. So far, better range and jabs from the Italian fighter, and two good counters landed by the German.
Two good hook counters, solid, quite even so far. I wouldn't say they look super experienced or technical. Both a little bit awkward, but not
part of why we have Chessboxing Light.
Yeah, but
get that experience
exactly, but evenly matched, in my opinion.
Yeah, Germany hasn't quite found the jab yet.
No.
And everything follows the jab. Your distance, your timing, your combinations.
That was
a good lunging jab. A
but
big
then
step in.
3 punches by the Italian.
That's right. Yeah, so jab at what cost? A little feint and then a jab slipped under by the German. Good head movement by the German.
Yeah, not bad by both of them, but Italians has a slight edge so far, in my opinion, a little bit.
Yeah, Italians a slight edge, slightly better footwork, better distance control. Yep. He does have more range, so he is keeping the German at bay, making him work to get into range to land his punches.
Yeah, also taking the center of the ring.
And there's the bell. Yeah, probably an Italian round if I were to judge it.
Yeah, but
the judges will
we were wrong once.
Decision.
Let's see, maybe we're wrong again.
Heck, we could be.
Italy.
That was Italy.
Yeah.
All right, so 1 in the bag for our Italian fighter, up a boxing round, and now they make their way to chess for a 4-minute chess round. The German will be the first to the board, closely followed by the Italian. Germany with the black pieces and Italy with the white. We'll see what their chess efficacy is like. Don't know either of these fighters what their ELO is, but we'll see in the opening.
Yeah, let's check them out. Hans Vincenz Ricardo Bertin. I think they're both also new to the game. I haven't seen them before.
All right, we do have an E4 opening. Looks like a Slavic response. There's an exchange. So Black will enjoy a stronger middle with that exchange.
Good opening for the Blacks. And
both knights out. We have a pin on the white knight to the queen.
There's a pin, and I don't like that in the opening for the whites that the white bishop is blocked.
We also have a potential fork right now because of that pin. He could have pushed to d5. Opted not to, but
playing fast though, both players.
Very fast.
Yeah, especially Ricardo. Especially Hans. I mean, he's playing black,
Yeah, I'd say a little less experience on Ricardo.
It's clear. He's hesitant, a little slower.
Also not an opening that I recognize with both of those flanking pawns moving up the board.
Yeah.
Not a clear
strategy. I agree with you. I give an edge to what's his name?
Yeah, black is
Hans.
very solid.
Yeah. Give an edge to Hans.
And also, I like sliding as black, sliding that light square bishop back to protect the king even more, especially with those other ones moving down the board.
Yeah. And there's a clear threat there. Now all you need to do is to take down the defending knight. And
I think king h8, and then you double up the rooks on that open g file, and there are a lot for white.
Agree with you.
Because you also have that doubled f pawn that can serve as a lever
He
to
just
open
blundered the mate.
There's the battery with, yep, there we go. So just like that, it's over. First round. We saw a first-round draw last game, and we see a first-round checkmate in this Chessboxing Light match. So congratulations to Hans from Cologne.
Yes, but then now, according to the rules of Chessboxing Light, if the Italian wins the second boxing round as well, oh no, is it over?
Yeah, it's over.
Oh, he wins in the first one, then it's over.
Yeah, if it had happened in the second, but the 2 rounds were won.
Wow, very interesting. So, I didn't realize that. Okay.
There we go. So very smartly, not going back into a boxing round.
Yeah, but that was such a stupid blunder. It happens.
It happens. All right, so advancing. Actually, that was the final in the 60-kilogram division. So Hans taking home a world championship.
Wow, amazing.
For Germany and out of the Cologne Boxing Club.
Yes. And
the reason why we distinguish Cologne and Berlin is there is a little bit of a division between there's a rivalry between those two clubs.
Yeah.
So
well,
apparently one country,
apparently, I didn't realize that, but now it's apparent.
Under one country banner, but coming from two different clubs are these German fighters.
And we have some excitement in the corner there with Chessboxing Fit. Everybody wants to try it out. It's almost like just an exciting way to test yourself and to play chess because you don't get punched in the face. So it's
what I love about it is an intro into the state change management side of chess boxing. So if you only play chess and you're always in a low heart rate, low adrenaline state, you're going to have trouble the first time that you have high heart rate, adrenaline in your system, and you have to take someone else on in chess. You aren't thinking or using the same kind of mind that you usually use when you play chess.
Right.
So Chessboxing Fit is 1 minute on the heavy bag, as hard as you can. You're being judged with your technique, your speed, your power, and then you go straight over to the chessboard. You play a game of blitz chess, and it's a great entry point. You start to understand, oh, I'm not the same person when I'm a little bit tired on the chessboard, and so
and it's also a great introduction for newbies into the sport because you start to get a feel for it. You start to get excited, and then you want to try to go out there in the ring,
absolutely,
and test yourself.
So highly encourage anyone watching is like, this is kind of cool. Haven't tried chess boxing. Chessboxing Fit is the format to start out with. You can do it, at your local boxing gym, at your chess
online
club.
Is possible because you have those bags with sensors that count the punches.
That's right.
Yeah. So it's an objective way of counting the punches and deciding who won the boxing round.
Yeah, and even if you want to practice chess boxing at home, do some burpees, do some push-ups, simulate having a boxing round, getting your heart rate up, and then play your blitz chess.
Yeah.
You want to start training in the same way that you'll compete in chess boxing if that is your goal.
Exactly, yeah. Burpees and push-ups, and then play a bullet game.
That's right. And I have received word we are having about a 5 to 10 minute break before our next round of chess boxing. We are done with Chess Boxing Light. So after this break, we will be moving into Chess Boxing World Championship regular rules. So and we only have semifinal and final matches left. So you're going to be seeing
big fights.
Big fights, especially stacked at the end. But every fight from here on out is either a semifinal or a final. You're seeing the best chess boxers in the world in every weight category go at it. I highly recommend you stick around, you come back and watch these matches. But until then, we'll sign off. Peter, any final words? Thanks for joining me as a co-commentator.
Thank you for having me.
And thanks for everything you've done for our community and for our sport too.
Yeah. Enjoy, guys.
Take care.
Ciao.